So we finally got an anime for Solo Leveling. Oh, fuck. So yeah, I might be a little bit late. I would argue a whole year late. But the reason why I'm talking about the show now is because honestly it's blown up on the internet and I think it deserves it. Originally I didn't talk about the first season as it didn't really have that much of the story introduced yet, but now why don't we talk about why season 1 was good and season 2 is just that much better. Feels good to be back. So, there are so many different anime out there that range from being so bad it's funny to in some rare cases being the best of the best. Of course there's a large range here, but it's less constricting than giving different elements of a show numerical values like we did in the past. Today we are looking at Solo Leveling. The show has 2 seasons that are based on the original manhwa. The manhwa is complete with 200 chapters, and there is a manhwa continuation called Solo Leveling Ragnarok. As for the anime, both have a dub and a sub.
When I come back, it's on.
With season 1 being 12 episodes long, while season 2 is planned to have 13 episodes. And in case you are curious, the animation is done by A1 Pictures. The story follows hunter Sung Jin-woo, that lives in a world where portals started appearing, allowing people to enter dungeons that have all types of different monsters. Unfortunately, modern weapons don't affect these monsters, however, when they are killed, they drop crystals that are worth a lot of money. This is why hunters are the primary force that's allowed to go into these portals. You might be curious, what is a hunter? There are people that have been bestowed different abilities, and they're ranked based on how much mana their body can utilize. Sung Jin-woo is unfortunately ranked at the very bottom, even known by others as the weakest hunter. However, he still needs to keep working as a hunter because of an illness his mother has, putting her in a coma, while his father has also gone missing. To add even more to his troubles, he has to take care of his sister that is currently in high school. So he needs to keep on working as a hunter to provide for his family, even if his life is on the line. The early parts of season 1 are really used to emphasize how weak he is and how much of a unique power he gets later on. While exploring a gate with a group, as they usually do, they find something abnormal, a large door that can easily just be ignored. However, after voting on if they should go in, Jin-woo is left with the deciding vote, and he decides to go on. This was a mistake as most of the people in his party do end up dying. Jin-woo was able to save a few lives with his quick thinking, however he ends up dying himself, but he gets a second chance, with the ability to level up as well. After waking up in a hospital, he gets questioned by some of the authorities, however they end up letting him go. This gift was bestowed upon him by the monster that slaughtered most of his party, whilst he was abandoned and bleeding out. When one becomes a hunter, you're given a rank that you cannot change. You are forced to stay at a certain level of strength, making Jin-woo the only known person that can get stronger the more he kills monsters and completes quests given by the system. Later within the story, his powers will get explained, but that'll probably happen within season 3, so I'll try to avoid giving away any spoilers. Let's take a little break away from me talking about the story to mention that you're probably not subscribed, just like most of the people that watch this channel. So if you would be as kind to even possibly consider clicking the subscribe button and or the like button, it would be very appreciated. Thank you. Let's get back to the video. From this point on, we see him get stronger as he levels up and changes a lot as a character. Season 1 concludes when he completes a quest that allows him to change his class. After completing the quest, he gets given the class of a Shadow Monarch. This class allows him to turn the dead into his own army, which he limit tests using it on the boss that almost took his life to get this very skill. If the subject is resisting, he has 3 chances to make them part of his army. I skipped a lot of season 1, and that's because we have a lot to talk about in season 2. So with all honesty, season 1 was very fast paced compared to what the manhwa was, and it's even more visible in season 2. Now, is this a bad thing? No, I think that this is a very good way to structure and format a story that is in an anime format. We get extra context that wasn't in the original manhwa, it might have been in the light novel, I'm not sure, and a lot of scenes are just a lot faster, so the pacing helps with the storytelling. In Season 2, we have 3 main story points so far in the 6 episodes that are out. The first one focuses on him going into a dungeon with one of his sister's friends that is delusional with her becoming a hunter as an E rank. He definitely does this to discourage her from going on dangerous missions where her life will be on the line, because that's what he had to do as an E rank hunter, always slaving away to get the paycheck. And if she can get away from that life, he will show her how wrong her view is about it. This turns out to be a red gate that traps the people that go inside until it is completed, whilst also being a lot harder than it originally is estimated. The second plot point is him exploring a dungeon called the Demon's Castle that has 100 floors and is created by the system. This was introduced to us in Season 1, but Jinwoo was too weak to go inside at first. The main reason why he goes into this dungeon is to get ingredients to cure his mom from the disease she has. There are 3 things that he needs to create this cure, one of them being on the 50th floor, the second one being on the 75th floor, and the last one being at the very top. The third and last plot point within the 6 episodes is him working as a porter so that he can go inside of an A-rank dungeon that's being subjugated by the largest guild in the country. Originally, he was just going to disguise as a miner that's collecting stones inside, however, he gets an opportunity to go inside as the raid's team's porter. Once again, we find out that they were wrong in estimating how difficult the dungeon was, so he has to save their ass even if he is disguised as an E-rank hunter. By the way, throughout this episode, I believe I've been saying F-rank even though I do mean E-rank. F-rank is not a thing. So now I'll be mentioning things that have not happened in the anime yet. So if you don't want any spoilers, here's a timestamp. So yeah, in case you're scared of spoilers, just go to this timestamp and you should be fine. So hopefully the people that are scared of spoilers have left, so let's continue. After episode 6, he'll be going back to the Demon Castle to finish the job and cure his mum. He also gets a chance to cure another person, but I won't be mentioning who that is. Next would be the Ant Island arc, which is very much my favorite part of the story, and it's been foreshadowed a lot throughout Season 1 and 2. Look, we might not get this part of the story in Season 2, which I really hope we do, as it would be so painful to possibly wait another year just to get the conclusion to something that's been foreshadowed for 2 seasons. In Season 1, at the very start, we see a large fight with a lot of the hunters attempting to clear an S-rank gate. However, as we find out from context clues throughout the show, they ended up failing. They left the gate as is on the island as the ants were unable to fly across the sea. However, now that they have evolved, they're able to do so, even if most of them are not able to make it yet. This forces them to start preparing a raid party of the strongest hunters in the country to subjugate the gate, and hopefully not failing this time. Originally, Jinwoo decides not to go, thinking that things will be fine. However, things do not end up going very well, forcing him to fight the Prince of the Ants that can easily one-shot S-rank hunters. I believe this fight will take place throughout episode 12 and 13, as they are planned to release on the same day. So normally I'm supposed to talk about the pros and the cons in this section, but there is like only one con, and that's the fact that the show has been crashing the websites that upload the episodes because of traffic that the episodes provide. Other than that, there's no problems with the show so far, in my opinion. If you've seen something that maybe you don't like about the show, put it in the comments, as I might have rose into the glasses that are maybe making me see things wrong without realizing it. So what's good? Well, as a fast rundown, the action is high quality, all the characters are important and are used for one reason or another in the story. There's a large selection of characters and the story knows how to use them without making you feel as if you need to know more about them. Jinwoo is the most important, and the story does not fuck around with random character arcs that don't need to be there. The information about what kind of characters they are is given to us by showing us and not just telling us, and that's what makes the show shine. Almost everything is shown to us and not just told in fat lines of dialogue that take up more than half of the episode. With the good animation, this approach makes the show fast and easy to understand, which is why so many people can love it in an anime format, and it's also good in a manhwa format, and I'm sure it's also good in a light novel format. Just a quick, I guess, hate drop. Personally, I genuinely hate the song for the opening of season 1. However, season 2 has both a really good opening and ending song. So check those out if you like anime opening songs. And also, please don't hate me for my opinion. Thank you. As I've already mentioned, I've been a fan of this story for a very long time. And this show is definitely one of the best anime that we've gotten in a very long time. There is very little, if anything, that I would change about it. So if you haven't, make sure to check it out. Even if you think that you wouldn't like it for some reason, give it a shot for at least 2 episodes, as you might be surprised. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you're having a wonderful day. See you in the next video in like 4 months. I hope this is a joke just as much as you do, okay? Honestly, our uploading schedule is horrendous. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video.